Hello everyone, I'm Flora and this is my web technology lab experiment number 5. What we do here is we use basic JavaScript to design our client side HTML. So our first experiment is to find the longest word in the string given. So we're going to use two function called split that would split the word, the string that we would give on providing a space so that we can find the word separately, each word separately, and length to find the number of characters in the word. So going back to the to our code, so this is an example. Like for enter a string, if we use web development lab experiment. So if you see, the largest word over here is development. So why is that? How do we do that? So coming back to the code, so prompt is used to take the input value from the user that we have stored in our variable called input. We have splitted that thing on a space. If we don't give space, then that would split it in each character, so which we have given a space to avoid that, and so that we could find the number of words in the string. Now after finding that, that is saved as array, because there might be, like for example, we had 4 words, so that would be saved as an array, and later each array's one word, each element in the array's length would be found, and then a default array, that suppose the first one is taken as a default, it's compared to find which word will be the longest, and that is displayed. Now coming back to the second experiment, we have to calculate the BMI of a person. That is by taking input as the weight and the height. We have to calculate the body type and the BMI. So how do we do that? For example, over this, my weight may weigh 53 and my height is around 1.6. So if I calculate my BMI, I would get my BMI value and normal, but only in this time. So how do we do that? So that is done using document.getElementById. So suppose if we have to display in a particular ID, we name the ID, we take that ID using document.getElementById, we append it using inner HTML, and we append the value. JavaScript uses simple tags like if, else, and all for like our conditional statements and simple logical operators. Now what we see here is whatever input we give to the program to the HTML document is in the form of string. So we have to convert that into float or integer. That is what we have to pass it at. Similarly, we used to do the same in Java. So we have to pass the input and retrieve it in particular data type and use it further. Now what happens is when we had a button get BMI. So what did that do? When there is button get the BMI, when we click on it, a function is called internally. So the function internally calls the function calculate. On click, it calls calculate, and then it performs the functions. Now our third experiment is to print a flower garden. So when we have to print a flower garden, we have to take the number of inputs of rows and columns from the user and print a plant garden. So for example, if we have a row as 4 and a column as 2, and we plant a garden, so if you can see, we have different types of flowers coming in 4 rows. So how do we do this? So here's the code for it. What we do is we call a function on clicking the like we did for calculate. When we click to display the plant garden, so it calls a function. We've already saved the flowers in an array. Now if you see my folder, we have already have the flowers and we have saved it in an array. So that is what we've done here. We've saved it in an array. Then we have used math.float.random function. What would it do is it would generate a random number from 0 to 4, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So out of this, that is AR of 0, that is flower 1, then AR of 1 rose, then 2 flower, then flower 2. All of that, it would generate one number, and then it would assign that number to that particular position. If we're finding row and column, and with the help of that, it would assign and it would display for using a simple for loop. Whenever we use a simple for loop, like our programming language, we use simple for loop and we display the through two-dimensional array. Coming back to the next experiment is, we have to have a weight initiator. What is we have to do is, we have to either convert it from kg to lb, or we have to convert it from lb to kg. So this is a conversion function. So what we do is, an example code of that. If we have kg to lb, suppose we convert 120 kg to lb, so we have the value displaying over here. Now similarly, we can have it the other way around, lb to kg. So what we do, we have 12 lb to kg. So when we calculate it, we have a particular value. So how do we do is, this is a simple conversion. So we call the function on click, and what we do is, see, look, we call a function using on click convert, and we call this function, we pass the value, whatever value is it, whether then we find selected index, that is whether it is kg or whether it is kg, a particular value, whether it's selected index. If it is kg or lg, it would respond the same to a variable called index. Similarly, like we had, this is for 2, this has to be done for 2, one for this one from, and one for 2. So that is done. These are all element IDs which we'll be using to determine, like suppose if you ID is 2, we have to convert it to 2. So these are selected options. This is a drop down list. For that we use select index, and once that is done, we have to equate that with, we have to actually convert it into value. So whatever is it, it will return maybe one first index. Now suppose for this example, we have LB kg as at index 0 and LB at index 1. So what this will selected index will return is the index, whether it's 0 and 1. We have to convert it to the value, then a simple comparison method, and then the conversion factor. So that is how we do the conversion one. Now next is to flip a coin. Now what we have to do is, whenever we press the coin button, we have to randomly, so that its probability is safe. When we toss a coin, we don't know whether it's going to be heads or tail. Similarly, when we have to design a program, we just have to toss it, and we have to calculate the number of tails and heads. So in this experiment, it's quite interesting one. So when we flip the coin, see, suppose I have only head, it's the same head, so I have a count as 1. Now again I flip, I got a tail, so I can see the count as tail as increased. Again I do, I have head, so it has increased. Now again I do, it's 3. Now why is that? Because it's of equal probability. Now what we have done over here is, we have called a function on click, and then we have passed the value, a number of integers. Like suppose in this, if you see, we already have 3, so we have to pass the value of that, so that we can increment and add it over there, pass the value, and randomly generate, because we don't know what the output, whether it's going to be first head, then tails, then head, then tails. It's nothing like that. Randomly generate, and if it is greater than point, you have to say whether it is half of it, so then let it be head, or whether it's going to be the other half, let it be tail. So whatever is it, you have to change the image source. Only the image source over here is changed, not the entire HTML document. To change the source, and then add the number of turns of heads and columns. So, and then again use the dot get element by ID and display the new number of heads and columns. So this is our fifth experiment. Now our sixth experiment is to make a pizza order form. So what is in this is, we'll have a small pizza, we might add a medium pizza, a large pizza, and then an additional tax of 9% and a tip price. So how do we do is, in the experiment that we have, we design a pizza order form. So this is a pizza order form for number of small, suppose I order one small pizza, one medium pizza, and 4 large pizza, and I give a tip of 10% and I calculate it. So here we have to display the total number of amount that we have to pay. So how do we do that? So here we have to call again a calculate functions, whatever we have to do, and we have to like this is going to be in form of string, so we have to convert it into integer so that we can calculate. Then this is a mathematical formula by assigning whatever value it is and calculating, and then we have to give 9% interest to tax to it. So we have given 9% tax additional to the total payment, and then we have used a query selector. Now why is query selector is we are using a radio button to select either this or that. So that is why we use a query selector, which would select the selective checked one. If suppose it's 10% or 15%, the value of that is retrieved using dot value. It is sent to tip, and with tip we can find the total amount of it and display it using document.getElementById. So that is all for my experiment today. Thank you.